Hey everybody, this is Talkative Carl. Just want to make a brief discussion topic, something I feel like inclined to say, and I might be going against the grain a bit, but this is just my own personal opinion. I understand that the Marvel's What If recently started with the first episode with like What If Peggy Carter became Captain America. Um, a couple of days ago. Now I caught the highlights, but I gotta just come around and say it. I am not a fan of the What If Marvel comic series. Uh, Back when I was a little kid, I remember uh, reading a couple of comic issues of the What If stuff that my uncle owned, and I didn't enjoy it. I remember not enjoying it that much. Uh, I realized, I believe it was coming from him. There was a whole series of these things about like tons of like what if scenarios. And uh, as I got older and upon like further research, I realized a lot of those comics are like so freaking bleak with endings. It's very rare when they have like decently happy endings. And it's like, man, it's hard to articulate, but it's just like it never jived well with me uh with a lot of those stories. And I can't say that I wouldn't enjoy some of them. I mean, if you have any recommendations of what if comics that you think I will probably get a kick out of, definitely leave a comment below and I will, if enough recommendations come in, like I definitely will check some out and I'll probably do a review of it and maybe hopefully it will change my opinion a bit. I am open to have my opinion and mind changed on the subject. But as of right now, I am just like a turn off on that. It's probably the one of the few Marvel stuff that I absolutely avoid reading at all. I don't I wouldn't say that none of them are good. I can't really speak on that honestly because I didn't read all of them. All I can go on is the back. All I can go on is what I remember, and just like I just avoided the rest. And so far as like my research, all of them end pretty freaking like bleak, and it's like I don't like bleak stories, at least not repetitive bleak stories. And uh as slight contrast to that, I love DC's Elseworld stories. It's probably one of the best DC comics that I love reading is like a lot of the Elseworld stories. Not all of them. It's kind of like the polar opposite, or at least the reverse of what the Marvel What If stuff. Like Batman Long Halloween, uh, Arkham Asylum, Serious House of Serious Earth, uh, uh, their Earth One series, the Harley Quinn graphic novel, that kind of stuff. Hey Daniel, how's it been, man? Last time I heard you had like a date or a girlfriend or something like that was been going on. Hope that's turned out well. This is just like a brief discussion video. I'm not gonna be on that long, but yeah, where was I? Yeah, I I mean it's like I said, I'm open. If you have like good what if comments that you think I would enjoy, please leave a comment below and let me know for me to at least uh check it out. So see if my opinion would change on the subject. But since the cartoon series is starting, I think it's only like 6 episodes in this season. I think I might check out the Black Panther episode because that's Chadwick Boseman's last uh, acting uh, role before he passed away, so I might, feel inclined to at least check that one out. But beyond that, it's like I don't think, like, unlike everybody else who's like, I wish I shared that same enthusiasm as everybody else about the series, but it's like have zero interest. I mean, I'll catch the highlights so that I can still be up to speed because I think it's still part of the Phase 4 narrative for the MCU version of the What If stuff. But like, I have no interest, honestly. I really could not care. At least I cannot bring myself to care of the What If series. You know, everybody seems to be loving it, but it's just like I'm trying. I want to. Throughout the weeks, I've been trying to, as I know this day was approaching, I'm trying to muster up the enthusiasm, but it's just not there. I just don't like the What If series. And it's weird because I like the Elseworld stories. Maybe because the Elseworlds DC stories are true out of continuity stories. It's like they share, like if they like the Harley Quinn graphic novel, same history, but is put it in like or at least I don't think that's like a good example. I think the Long Halloween is a good example. The Long Halloween story. Let's say it didn't end well. That's what. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling better, Daniel. I hope it's not COVID or anything like that, but just, normal, regular human stuff. Uh, but it's just like let's take like the Batman Long Halloween. It's like when you read that for the first time, you immediately have the notion that this is Batman in like a Batman centered story with the same history that you know of Batman. And it's just like you're in like a normal solo adventure of Batman in an out of continuity that has nothing to do with like the main run, with him dealing with like helping Superman with the Batman Who Laughs or anything like that kind of crap. This is like just a section off story that could easily happen in like separate from everything else. Or the Batman Damned, same thing, same history, but him dealing with a solo adventure on his own with little to no help from any outside DC related heroes. So most of the time, I'm just using those as examples. But if they made like a comic that say like, what if Batman fell into the chemicals instead of the Joker, then I will probably be just as equally turned off by that story as I am with like what if I don't know, like what if the Avengers didn't form. I think that's a story somewhere. And like, what if the Avengers never were established or something like that? It's just like I can't articulate it. It's just that just doesn't sit well with me. I can't like bring myself to like that kind of idea. I don't know why my brain is just rebuffing that. I can't articulate. I wish I had somebody to clarify that for me in an articulate way so I could display that feeling. For me, at least, the series was a bit of a waste of potential, exploiting the concept to do something more interesting. Not to change the characters, but the decision. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is the major plot of What If. It's kind of like allowing certain writers to just jump in and just fool around with no consequences with characters or situations. Another one is like, what if Spider-Man was adopted by J. Jordan Jameson, and they ran with that kind of thing. It's like, I'm not saying it might be like like back in the 80s when these what if stuff is really sprouting. It's hard to say like a lot of those were good storytelling. Like I said, I didn't read a lot of those. But it's just like, it's hard for me to judge whether or not a lot of those was good storytelling or all of them or none of them. But it's just that like I really cannot get myself to enjoy the What If series, as much as everybody's touting. Like, oh, wow, I love the What If series. Oh, like, I mean, I love that we bring in Uatu the Watcher, in because like you see the Watchers in the end of Guardians 2. No, not Guardians 2. I think it was Guardians 1. You see the same species as Uatu the Watcher. So they already were established in the MCU. But now we get like specifically Uatu the Watcher of 616 universe. And because of how the end of the Loki series ended, spraying all these different timelines, and it's easy to say like these what ifs, the What If series, TV series, is like all these other different timelines that we get to peer into. Now, so far, it's only been one episode coming out. I think one of the other episodes is with like in like Iron Man 2, like if I'm not sure if it's like a major spoiler. That's why I heard the premise. This is just the premise. I think, if I could be mistaken, but I think like one of the episodes, like episode 2 or 3, is if in Iron Man 2, Iron Man died. Like, what if Iron Man died in Iron Man 2 or something like that? He does not imagine what would have happened if Loki won the invasion and the few heroes had to survive. That would be what. Yeah. I mean, this is the MCU we're talking about. Obviously, they can handle that stuff, and more than likely, it's gonna be good quality. I'm not saying that. I'm just like, I just can't bring myself to. Unlike the Loki series or WandaVision or even Falcon and Winter Soldier, who I was eager to watch a lot of those episodes and speculate and do reviews for and stuff like that. The What If series, I could give less than two shits. I mean, like, aside from the Black Panther Chadwick Boseman one, which I just want to, in a way, pay my respects and see his last performance that he did before he passed away, which I imagine by the end of the episode they'll have like a little tribute better. It's like in loving memory of Chadwick Boseman and stuff like that. I imagine they will do something like that. But beyond that episode, I don't care. I want to care. It's like one of those few rare moments in people that actually want to get excited for a thing that everybody else is excited for, but cannot bring themselves to do so because it's just one of those moments. It's like, I understand this might be great, but I just cannot compute or bring myself to get on my way to see. The other series, I stayed up in the middle of the night waiting till 2 a.m. to watch the next episode of that show, so that way I can avoid spoilers and then do a review for later in that day or by the end of that week. It's just like the What If TV series, like, it's not giving me that same feeling, and I wish it did. Like I said, it's gonna be like, it was just like a brief discussion video that like I wanted to do, and in case some people wonder if why I'm not doing, because I might not do a review for this show. I cannot bring myself to care enough for it. I will catch the highlights from anybody else who might be doing it, and that way I can at least be up to speed, because more than likely this might worm its way into the phase 4 of it, because there's going to be a lot of multiverse things. I'm still waiting for the Spider-Man 3 trailer. I don't know what's taking so freaking long. Everybody's talking about it's coming soon, but we're still waiting. It's already been over a week or two when they said it's coming. Of course, I guess they had to wait for the Venom 2 trailer to drop, give it its time to shine. But it's only recently that I heard from like an interview with Willem Dafoe, who, because given the fact that Willem Dafoe is a major star, been in a lot of stuff, one of the best supporting actors ever. He's one of those kind of actors that's so prestigious he can easily can do an interview and give zero F's about like what he says. He doesn't like pussyfoot around. Like I think he mentions this before a long time ago that if he's not in something, he'll just say, I'm not in it. If he is in something, he will say, no comment. And that's what he did when they asked him, like an interview asked him, I think on Collider, they asked him, are you going to be in Spider-Man 3? He just said no comment. If, like, given his history, if he did not, if he knew he was not going to be in a movie, he'll just flat out say it, no F's given, I'm not in this movie. So that way it'll quell the theories and rumors and all that other stuff and nip in the bud right then and there. He said specifically no comment, which means that more than likely, yeah, he's in Spider-Man 3. So we gonna have like the cool Green Goblin, given the fact that James Franco obviously is not gonna be in it, given the fact that what he's going through with like allegations and stuff like that. We're obviously not gonna see him. I don't think, like, it's sad, but it's not gonna be a big deal. People love Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. People thought they loved Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Can you imagine a solo Green Goblin movie with Willem Dafoe? And as much as quotes we get out of Spider-Man, it's mainly coming from him. It's like, you know, like, back to formula? Out am I? Finish it! Finish it! Like, Willem Dafoe was amazing in that. I love him as Green Goblin. So I think we're gonna get Vulture with Michael Keaton. We already established that Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro, a better Electro. We already established Alfred Molina's coming back as Dr. Octopus. Don't know if we get because we're doing the Sinister Six, obviously. But is that 6? Vulture, Electro, Doc Ock, Green Goblin. Are we getting the Scorpion? Because we established Scorpion in Homecoming, but he doesn't have a suit. We don't know if the Rhino's coming in from Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2 or not. But the thing is, people talking about like, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire didn't really say whether or not for certain they're going to be in the movie or not. They pretty much playing coy, but because they don't want to spoil or do anything like that until like a trailer drops or something like that. But you're getting like Charlie Cox's Daredevil is the cameo in this, and Doctor Strange is going to be in it. But you're getting all these other movie villains to be in this third movie that's separate from the MCU canon by and large. Plus, you deal with multiverse in this for at least with WandaVision, Doctor Strange, and in Spider-Man, you're dealing with the multiverse and Loki. And it's like we're doing the multiverse thing right now. And it's like, I mean, I understand you don't want to avoid, like, you know, giving secrets or what's going on behind the scenes, and I get that. But come on. You get all these other villains. You think Tom Holland's the only Spider-Man that can handle all these villains by himself, and half of which he doesn't know or never dealt with before and don't know their skill set? I mean, it's like, you don't want Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to be in this because they know how to handle those people because they dealt with them before. And it's like, we need a live action version of Spider-Verse. You think Spider-Verse did gangbusters? Can you imagine in December when this movie drops? Like, I mean, like, I can't wait for Shang-Chi. I want to see Shang-Chi. I want to see Eternals, obviously. But let's be real here. They're going to have like maybe a month-long little like moment. They'll have their little moment. But that's probably going to be like a month long until Shang-Chi's next one coming up. It's going to have like a month-long little day in the sun until like Eternals come in November. Then until it's going to have a little month time to shine. Then it's going to be like not forgotten, but as soon as Spider-Man 3 comes in, it's going to dominate the box office up like for months until Black Panther 2 comes out next May, I think. Because everybody's eager to see how that's going to work out after without Chadwick Boseman. So until that movie comes out, which I imagine that's going to do gangbusters for months on end, Spider-Man 3 is going to dominate for until Black Panther 2 comes out. It's going to dominate for months. I kid you not. I bet you it's going to do that. But I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm just want to get that out to y'all, what my thoughts on that subject is. But yeah, the What If series. Yeah, I'm not going to do like any kind of review for that at all. Like I said, I don't care for What If series, and that's just me personally. You don't have to agree with me. If you decide for it, God bless you. That's your thing, and I'm happy for you. I wish I had that same enthusiasm, but like I said, if you have a particular What If coming that you think I would enjoy or might help change my mind on the subject of the series, leave a comment below and let me know the comic that you're thinking of. I'll look it up, check it out, read it, and do a review of it, and that way I'll be properly that way I can just probably inform you whether or not my mind changed or what I thought of the comic. So thank y'all for joining me. I will be going on to at least maybe in an hour, so I got to eat first. I haven't eaten yet when I got home, but I will be doing a video for my part 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. We're showing off more villain decks, villain themed decks. And tomorrow I will go see Free Guy in the theater, and then when I come home, I will do a full spoiler review for that movie. So, look for next Friday with a new comic book review. And I might do another discussion review. Trying to figure out. Yeah, it's probably gonna be at least one discussion review and maybe a movie review, another movie review. Either all 3 on that one day, or maybe 2 on one day and the third one on next Saturday. So that's just the overall plan. So yeah, anyway, I will see you guys soon. And you want to stop by as I play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist? If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Free Guy spoiler review some point tomorrow afternoon.